Shit, where's the lamb sauce?
Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to show how to create those really cool 3 freeze frame transitions for your next music video. Before we get into the video, I just want to make a little announcement that I created my Patreon where you can download all of my project files which I use in my tutorials. So you can join now by clicking the link in the description. So that being said, let's jump into it. We're back in After Effects and we have this clip in our timeline which I'm gonna make the transition on. So I started off by going to my first clip and going to the last frame and split the layer and right click and go to time and freeze frame. You can extend the duration. I selected my other clips and move it a bit further because my next clip is really short. And I split it one frame from the start and made that a freeze frame and extended it too. Then selecting my first freeze frame, I started selecting out Baby Tron, which is my subject. Hit that freeze frame and select the bottom one and hit invert in the mark. So now your clip will look normal. Then you can hit the stopwatch in the position. Then go a bit further and make it out of frame. You can hit F9 to ease those and go into the graph and make this graph right here. Enable motion blur on all of your clip. And I extended the keyframe duration too and made a new camera. To do this, I used Workflow plugin, which is by Brand Delimata. If you want to download this, the link will be in the description so you can check it out. If you purchase this plugin from a link, I'll get a small cut back which helps the channel to make more videos. Then enable 3D on two of your freeze frame. Then in my camera, go into the transform and hit the stopwatch in point of interest and position and go a bit further and select this tool right here and start zooming until your clip is out of frame. You can hit F9 to easy. Then go into the graph and you can make this graph right here. And then create a new adjustment layer from Brand Delimata section. So I'm gonna add this stick right here to add that impact. This will also be linked down below so you can check it out. Then I played with the keyframe to get the best animation. Then I created a new adjustment again and I added another stick from the 6. And your first effect will look like this. So for the next transition, I'm also going to the last frame and splitting the layer and freeze framing it. Then you can just extend the duration of the freeze frame. Then I started marking out Baby Tron. Once you're done with the marks, just so my second clip was not that long, I splitted the first frame from the second clip, then go to time and just freeze frame and again extend the duration. Selecting my freeze frame, I'll go to the position and make it out of frame. And I select those keyframe and hit F9 to ease those, go into the graph and make this smooth graph right here. Then I duplicated that clip and from the bottom duplication, I selected those keyframe and move it a bit further. Then you can extend the duration of it and put a main freeze frame over the duplicate. Now you can start duplicating it. Then you can push it a bit further. So there's a bit of time displacement. Then I duplicated it again. So we have 3 clones. Then I extended my main freeze. Then select your keyframes and put it at the last. Then to add more sauce, I copied those 6 sauce keyframes. So we can have that crazy shake going on. Then your second freeze frame effect will look like this. Then just to stay organized, I pre-composed all of those. Now let's move into the third one. Now I'm going to the first frame and splitting the layer and turning it into a freeze frame. Then I'm gonna put those 2 clips above my other clips. Now you can extend the freeze frame. Then from my freeze frame, I started marking out my first subject. Then duplicate your clip. Then you can delete the marks from the bottom layer. Then I always started marking out my other subject. If you don't have 2 subjects in the scene, just marks out 1. Then I trimmed my second duplication to halfway. Then just right click and you can pre-compose it. Then I also pre-composed my first freeze frame. Then selecting this anchor point tool, put the anchor point onto the subject like I'm doing. Then now you can bring up scale. Hit the stopwatch in the scale and I'm gonna make it like 120 first and go a bit further and reset it to 100. Then easy is those and go to the graph and make sure you are in value graph and then make this graph right here. And I also added Gaussian blur. I made the value to like 20 and gone a bit further and reset it to 0. Then you can also add an exposure to add that flash. Bring up the exposure to like 2 in the first, and if the stopwatch in the exposure, go a bit further and make it to 0 again. Then I select all of those keyframes, hit Ctrl C to copy those. Then from my second freeze frame, I put the anchor point into the center of my subject. Then hit Ctrl V to paste those exact keyframes frame in there. Then I trimmed the axis, created a new adjustment layer and added some shake using shake sauce. And the third effect will look like this and the full edit looks like this. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like. And you can also follow me on Instagram, join my Patreon, and all of the links will be down below, so you can download those plugins like Sexos and Workflow. So see you in next video. Bye.